Hey, okay. I am here with Susan. Susan has been my client. Susan, you've worked with me privately. You're part of group coaching. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. So, can you share a little bit with people where you were before you started coaching, whether it's private or group, and where you are now?
I started out eating everything and anything, a lot of sweets, that there was no regimen to what I was doing. It was just, I would eat what I wanted and when I wanted, late night eating. I would wait until maybe 3 o'clock to start eating, and I think, okay, I'm dieting. I'm getting hungry now. It's 3, and the cookies and the dinners, and then late, eating later. So I was really floundering, and I was a little bit of depression, because I think that it is equal to, for me, I'm only speaking for me. So when I have no control, my weight was really high and I couldn't get on the scale. So it was last January 11th that Stacy and I started before privately. She taught me MyFitnessPal privately. I learned that. We had some private sessions, and we had kind of completed our private journey. And I was doing well, but I was on and off, on and off. So in January, I finally bit the bullet and got on the scale, because it's only a number, and it's only a number for her. And it really doesn't matter what your number is, because you just want to go down from what your number is.
Absolutely.
And so the number actually didn't really matter. It just gives us her a guideline to see what's going on. And I got back on track with MyFitnessPal and the things I learned about what to eat and what I like to eat personally, because everyone has different likes and dislikes. So I am now in a really good place and joined group coaching. I think this is my end of our second group coaching sessions, and will continue. So it was a number. I had a number January 11th. I also have the number.
That's amazing that you know the date.
Well, I journal it. I put it in MyFitnessPal, and I went back. I'm like, okay, oh my God. And it was like, I have a very significant weight loss for myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you want to share that weight loss? It's completely up to you. How many pounds you lost, or do you want to just?
It's fine. I lost 17 pounds. I know that, it's going to be the next few pounds. It's going to take a little bit more time. Of course, in the beginning, it's awesome. The sugar. It's about, for me, I love sweets. I love cookies. I love candy. I love ice cream. I love it all. I was on a cruise in April, and I ate some low-fat yogurt scoops and they give you obviously very small portions. And I had 2 oatmeal raisin cookies for the whole week.
That's
and
amazing.
I've looked at menus of sweets at several holidays, occasions, Day, and I actually looked, and it made me sick. And I looked at the gooey stuff, and I'm thinking, and I grabbed an oatmeal. I said, there were chocolate chip. I said, you know what, I'm going to grab the oatmeal raisin. That's going to be better. I was done, and it was fine. It worked.
Yeah, and then what I really love about your style is you really think things through, and you have made conscious choices. Like, hey, I'm taking my granddaughter out for frozen yogurt. I'm going to have a frozen yogurt. And really, it does not affect your weight loss results, because you're conscious, you're intentional, and when you're done, you're done.
Right. I was with my granddaughter. We were alone, and I wanted to sit with her and not just bring it home. So I got one because I wanted one. I got the small. I had some chocolate sprinkles on it. We sat down. We had a lovely visit, and it was done. and I knew exactly what I was going to do. I thought it out before. I even got together with her,
Yeah.
and that's it. So I'm able to control it. Now, I'm also fortunate that I keep nothing in the house. So I don't have, that's a little bit of a bonus for me. I don't have to
Mhm.
have sweets in the house. Sweets
Yeah.
are a trigger for me. There's no question.
Sure. And you're not alone. Let me ask you a question. What made you, like, you were a very devoted private client. I'm curious, what sort of what was that like guiding factor that had you turn the corner and decide to try Sugar Breakthrough, the group coaching?
We had talked it out.
Mm-hmm.
You recommended it, and I didn't know any of the women on it, so I want to give it a try. I'm like devoted now to these women. You know, some will probably maybe not come back. So I hope they all do. If not, we meet new women. It gives me accountability. So every Saturday morning, I know I have to I have somewhere to go and
Mm-hmm.
questions. So Stacy, you do give I do believe 2 15-minute phone conversations during group coaching. And
Mm-hmm.
I used one because I was a little bit of a mess. I was a little bit of I couldn't get back into the rhythm, and we talked about some things, and it worked. So
That's so awesome.
yeah, the
What's
15-minute
like your favorite
conversation
part
with
of group coaching?
the
What
group
would you say is
coaching
your
is
favorite?
like
Yeah.
an accountability, but it's also camaraderie with these women.
Yeah.
Actually, some of us get on a little bit early, and we have a little bit of, okay, so one of my things was every time I walked into Walgreens, I would pick up M&Ms with nobody. Nobody saw me. I stood in line to pay for them and literally gave her an empty package to scan.
Yeah.
And then someone 2 weeks ago said, "How are the M&Ms going?" Now, I have not thought about M&Ms for months. And I'm going, "Oh my God, the M&Ms." And I'm thinking,
You got your sharing.
and I have been into Walgreens, okay? And I go in and go, "Oh my God, I haven't even thought about the M&Ms, have not bought any M&Ms. And I'm done with the M&Ms.
Right.
I am done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Well,
didn't
you've done a fabulous job. You really
But my
have.
mind literally would walk in to get my prescriptions or whatever little things I needed, and I didn't even think about the M&Ms. So
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't even think about it anymore." So that was a really good hurdle to
That's a
cross for me.
beautiful thing. Absolutely. And I love that, we all have been sharing our wins, our triumphs, and also sharing our challenges together. I mean, that makes for a really tight, cohesive group.
Right, and
So,
everyone's different. It may sometimes, be discussed. It doesn't apply to me. So we listen and we listen to other people. Some things don't apply to me. I do jot down what does apply to me,
mm-hmm.
and I've gotten some ideas from it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like nuggets of wisdom in there, like sometimes you're not going to completely identify with somebody else's struggle, but
We're patient.
a nugget of wisdom that really makes a lot of sense and it applies to you. You're like, oh yeah, that's really
I like
good.
that idea, or somebody will throw out an idea of something. Yeah, so it's all, you have to kind of sort it. There's some windows where it doesn't apply to me, but you know what? I like these women. I really like these women. And it's because I think it was a good choice for me to go from private to the coaching, because I couldn't go from private to nothing. And we were done with the private. I knew my Fitness Pal. We had talked about food. We had talked about my food preferences, what I like, what I don't like. And it was time to make, like, well, where do I go now? And so that's where I'm at with that. And I'm devoted. I'm not an early riser, but we all make it in our pajamas to 8
We
a.m.
do.
Saturday.
Gummies and coffee are welcome. No makeup.
Oh my God, no makeup. It's it's a disaster, but it works.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I really, really appreciate it. And we love having you in the group. You're so awesome.